This PlayStation 4 coverage is brought to you by AppWin.com, a site where you can win prizes by downloading and rating apps. Be sure to check it out using the link below. Hello everybody, how are you? David Franco here from FrancoGaming.com, as well as my living room. You don't really see this room that often, at least in my tech videos. You probably see it all the time in my weekend vlogs, because that's really all I do in my weekend vlogs is play my games and talk about them, at least lately with all the next-gen craze going on. And continuing that next-gen craze, this video is all about the PlayStation dynamic menu. As promised not too long ago, I'm going to give you guys a tour of what you can expect to see out of the PlayStation 4's dynamic menu for those who don't own the console yet. And if you do own the console already, maybe you'll pick up on a few secrets that I've already found since getting my PS4 on launch day last Friday. Okay, so for this video, I'm going with the somewhat jihado route and simply recording my screen, my TV screen, with my camcorder and using my external mic. So hopefully this turns out well. So without further ado, enjoy. Alright, so getting started, the first thing you want to do is press the PlayStation button on the DualShock 4, which is no different than the DualShock 3/6-axis, and you'll hear a small beep. Beep. There you go. And the PS4 is booting up, which usually takes about 10 seconds, which is not bad at all. There's the usual PlayStation logo. Alright, so maybe it takes a little longer than 10 seconds, but it's still really not bad at all. And then you'll see it logs me in automatically, because I am the only user. There you go, David DeFranco is logged in. And this is the home screen of the PlayStation dynamic menu. And as you can see, upon logging in, I get all my notifications, friend requests, messages, name requests, all that stuff. So on the far left, we have the What's New tab, which gives you a Pinterest-like view of all of your friends' activity, as well as your activity. So let's pick a random person here. Inferno2346 recently played Warframe for PS4. And he also played Resogun right there. But what's really cool is if you press X, you can view that activity and then start the game yourself, which is really nice. So if you see a friend unlock a trophy or whatever and you're suddenly motivated to try to get that trophy, you can launch the game right there from within the What's New interface. Now the game's going to launch, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Yes, we know it saves to the hard drive. And there's Resogun. But of course, if you want to jump back to the home menu, just simply press the PlayStation button on your DualShock 4, and boom, you're dropped right in instantly, no lag whatsoever, which is very impressive. So that is the What's New tab. There's really nothing else to show. Oh, well, actually, there you go. Look, David DeFranco played Resogun. So it is pretty much instant, which is nice. And going back to the top, to the right is my recently played game or app, and that's obviously Resogun. But a little secret for you, if you didn't figure this out yet, if you press the Options button on the DualShock 4, then you can view, well, we can close the application if you want to do that. But you can also view things such as health and safety. You can delete it right there, or information. But interesting enough to me is the update history, which apparently is not available for Resogun. That's the point of this little blurb. But anyway, let's get a Killzone. There you go. Update history. And you can see, actually, that's a brand new update. Update 1.04. The last one I saw was update 1.03, which does several crash fixes. But as you can see, 1.04 fixes a few more crashes, which is nice. I mean, I haven't really experienced any huge crashes with Killzone, but it's always nice to be fixed. But if you do press down on the controller, you can see that 22,000 people liked it. Let me turn my volume down, a little loud there. You can start the game right there. You can view an overview. You can view challenges and whatever, which is really cool. You can even view the game manual right there. You can view trophies. You can view other friends who have played this. It's a really cool interface, and in my opinion, Sony did a really good job. There's an NBA Live 14 demo, which isn't that great, so I will delete that in real time. And you can see deleting is pretty much instant. There's Warframe. Live from PlayStation, let's go into that. This is where you can view all the live Twitch streams and Ustream streams. This is really nice. This is probably one of my favorite features about the PlayStation 4 thus far, is such a really cool feature. So for example, we can watch this Battlefield 4 60 frames per second multiplayer stream with currently 513 people watching, now 514 counting me, and you can press square to view full screen. Now I will say at first the stream quality usually looks pretty crappy, but it'll fix itself. There you go. It'll fix itself usually within a few seconds, and then it looks even better a few seconds later. But of course, this depends on the player. There you go. Now that looks great. Now, unfortunately, this person's not even there, so we'll back out. But as you can see right here, we can enter comments. So I'll just do a quick, hey, send, and there you go. The Franco Gaming says hey. And yes, you can follow me on Twitch over at twitch.tv/thefrancogaming. Alright, so this is interesting. This is an interactive tab, which I have yet to use, but I'm assuming this is some kind of official interaction thing hosted by Sony themselves, such as Sony Keynotes, or maybe video game competitions, and maybe you can vote on which player you think is best, I don't know. And of course you can search, so let's just search for Resogun, which is in the autocomplete already. And there you go, we can instantly jump to PS4 trophy hunting. There's only one person watching, maybe two counting me. And I don't really feel like waiting for that to load. But you get the point. PlayStation Live works very well. Now going to the right, we see all these other things. I'm not going to go too in depth with all these apps. They're pretty self-explanatory. Warframe, just Google it if you want to know what that's about. TV and video, you do have access to all of your usual apps. Amazon, Redbox Instant, Netflix, Hulu Plus, Vudu HD Movies, NBA Game Time, Crackle, Crunchyroll, Epix, NHL Game Center, and Yup TV. I'm not even sure what Yup TV is, honestly. But hey, as you can see, you have plenty of options, which is very nice. Music Unlimited is very nice. I actually use this to play dubstep in the background while playing Resogun. And guys, I gotta say, playing Zomboid in the background while playing Resogun is just incredible. Now, it does take a little while to load up, unfortunately. As you can see, it takes about a minute. But once you're in, the process is pretty much seamless. And I don't want to play any music right now because I'll probably get hit with copyright. But you guys get the idea. So let's jump right back to the home screen menu, again by pressing the PlayStation button on the DualShock 4. I'll do the Playroom last to give you a quick preview. There's contrast. Video Unlimited is exactly like Music Unlimited, but it's obviously for videos. This is the web browser, which is okay. For instance, you can see my history here. I was just checking out gearpop.com. You can press square to go full screen. And loading times are pretty nice. They're pretty quick for what they are. So let's go to a random article. The Last of Us single player DLC. Like I said, it's not the best. There you go, now it's done. The Last of Us single player DLC. This is written by a Gearpop author. Let me just get the name right so I don't screw it up. By George Barrett. Actually, he's a long-time supporter of mine. He was always in the live streams when I used to do them 24/7. So there you go. I mean, the web browser is pretty basic. I mean, I don't see myself honestly using it all that much. But for what it is, hey, I mean, at least it's included. And if you did have to check something real quick, then you could. And there's the DualShock 4 wireless controller. Very nice. So jumping back to the home screen. A little laggy there. Do you see that? It doesn't usually lag with games and apps, but apparently with the web browser, it lagged a little bit. By the way, pressing it twice, real quick, jumps you back into that exact moment in a game. So instead of just pressing the PlayStation button, you can press the PlayStation button twice. That way you can jump back and forth between apps instantaneously. So going to the far right, we do have a library, which shows all the games you have installed. Right now I have Contrast, Resogun, Warframe, Blacklight Retribution, and NBA Live 14 demo, which I recently uninstalled. But as you can see, there is an arrow there saying that I can re-download it at any time, which is nice. But honestly, Blacklight Retribution, it kind of sucks. I didn't really think it was all that great. Okay, so going to the top menu, this video is going to be a little long. We do have quick access to the PlayStation Store, which is okay. I mean, it's fast enough, but it literally feels like you're running a web browser, which makes sense because I think it's powered by HTML5, so I'm really not going to knock it for that. But for what it is, it works pretty well. You have these big-ass thumbnails of the games you could purchase, or demos, which I think there's only one demo out so far, and that's for NBA Live 14. So hopefully we see more demos very soon. But the PlayStation Store isn't really anything different from what you've seen in the past. It looks nice, it works well, end of story. To the right, we do have notifications, which you can see your notifications of invitations, game alerts, downloads, and uploads. Friends list. As you can see, I have 323 friends. Now, as of right now, accepting friend requests, if I can talk, is kind of annoying. You have to go into each one and accept. And it doesn't immediately reflect the fact that I accepted. It's kind of laggy. Now, see, I've accepted all those friend requests, yet they're still displaying. There you go. Slowly but surely, they disappear one by one. But I do have 39 friend requests. Friends online at the moment. And I've currently 0 players blocked, which is a good sign. But if you do want to add me, I am the creative one, as you can see on PlayStation Network. So add me right away. There is now a 2,000 friends limit, and I'm currently at 328, so I'm not going to be hitting that limit anytime soon. We do have messages, so there you go, just basic messages. But I gotta say, it does look really nice. You have this nice tiered view, I guess you could call it, of the messages. For instance, I'm a Geek 11. I hope you don't mind me showing your message, but just there you go. We're talking about PS4 launch titles and stuff like that, and that works very well. The PlayStation 4 party system I haven't used yet, but in theory it should work very similar to that of the Xbox 360's party system. Profile view allows you to view all your trophies and stuff. As you can see, I don't have that many trophies, but I am getting quite passionate for PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation brand as a whole. So I promise you my trophy count will get much better over time, because I'm not afraid to admit I was kind of an Xbox 360 fanboy last generation. I just preferred the 360 over the PS3 for several reasons. Sorry, I'm getting emails. Alright, so backing out. Here is the trophies view, which you can view all your trophies. For instance, Killzone, Shadowfall. You can look at all these right here. There you go. You can compare trophies. So if I do Alex Bowman, we can compare trophies. For instance, we both got the Father Trophy and the Shadow Trophies of Killzone Shadowfall. But he got... but I got the Doctor, but he didn't. Yeah, and same for the Patriot, the Hellgast, the Agent, because obviously he hasn't finished the game yet, but I did. So there you go, a very basic overview of trophies. But I don't think that's really anything new. Settings, I'm not going to waste your time on this, but this gives you plenty of settings to go through, and you can explore that yourself. But, yeah. And there's the power menu, which you can get to by holding down the PlayStation button. And you'll see that you have the option to adjust your devices, log out of PS4, enter standby mode, turn off PS4, and down here you can get quick access to Sony Music Unlimited, which I just found out the other day by TLD today. So if I did have a song playing, I could quickly change my song or change volume, which I'm actually just now finding out. So that's pretty cool. I don't think there's anything else really I need to show you right now. I mean, there is maybe more to show over time as I discover them, but I think I've discovered pretty much everything that's important. So, to end this video, I'm going to go into the Playroom and show you how this works. Let me sit back and relax. Which is why my voice probably sounds a little more distant, but hopefully it sounds good enough. The PlayStation camera does sell... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back into something very important. If you press the share button on the DualShock 4, it'll instantly take a screenshot. And then you can go into upload video clip or upload screenshot. So here you can view all my screenshots. For instance, let's go to Killzone Shadowfall, This is still my favorite screenshot to this day. This is real-time gameplay, guys. Hold on, let me do a preview. Look at that. That is real-time gameplay. Just downright incredible. So if I did want to share that, I can do Facebook or Twitter. Let's just do Facebook for this instance. And then I could type screenshot. Not that I'm going to really send that, but hey, you get the point. Very simple, very easy, and you can do the same thing for video clips. I guess I watched this. I guess I did a video clip last night, and you can see me playing NBA Live 14. Takes a second to load, but it's not that bad. Hopefully Sony will improve it over time now. There you go. We can fast forward. I don't know why I recorded the title screen. Maybe because it does 15 minutes previously, I'm not sure. I guess I kind of sat at the title screen for a while. So sorry, this isn't terribly exciting. But here you go. We're kind of getting into gameplay. Alright, press play. And there you go. It works pretty well. And of course, if I wanted to share that to Facebook, I could. Unfortunately, you cannot upload to YouTube yet. Hopefully, Sony adds that very soon, because that would be a lot of fun, especially with audio commentary, because the PlayStation 4 does include a headset. Alright, so going back into the Playroom, this is pretty fun. This is awesome. The PlayStation camera sells for about $60, but in my opinion, it's worth it alone for Twitch streams, and of course, there's me. It is 720p. The quality's not the best. As you can see, it has kind of like a red tone to it. I don't know if that's because of my orange walls, my very red couch, but yeah, it doesn't look bad for what it is. Controller check. Yes, as you can see, it knows I'm here. So if you swipe up, you get this awesome on-screen menu. Look at that. Isn't that phenomenal? Seriously, that is just so cool. And then of course, you just swipe through naturally on the touchpad, and you can select AR bots, and we'll launch into the AR bots app. Or activity, whatever you want to call it. There's my little robot friend. As you can see, it's following it. Isn't that awesome? Now, I have a table here, so this is kind of going to mess up the experience. They encourage you to usually have a flat surface, you know, just a floor. And as you can see, it's kind of messing up. But that's okay. For what it is, it's pretty cool. So if I want to suck them up, I could. Come here. There you go. Now, if you want to go in the controller, you swipe down. And now we're inside the controller. You can press buttons to put it on like a disco show. You can even cover the light bar and press on the touchpad. That's just the coolest thing. Now, if you listen, you can hear the little bots inside the controller. We can spit them out. There you go. Again, this is a very rough tech demo because normally this table wouldn't be here if I wanted to do it properly. And eventually, when you're out of bots, a huge duck comes out. Not sure why, but you can suck that up as well. Usually. Come on, duck! What are you doing? There you go. And it is really neat. Now, again, this is... I mean, honestly, guys, this is kind of gimmicky. But this is purely a tech demo with apparently more updates coming in the future. This little guy. There you go. Come on. Well, look at him holding on for dear life. But I could, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Press options to access my menu. Go back to main menu. But like I said, I'm not trying to repeat myself, and I really stand by this big time, guys. Let me check my battery. Yeah, I'm good. This is worth it alone for Twitch streaming. Seriously, there's nothing better than just doing this. Sitting back, playing Killzone or Resogun, talking to you guys, and I have a face cam and live commentary using the using the included microphone, which actually does a decent job. I mean, this is as cheap as it gets. It's a single speaker and whatever. But according to my viewers, the sound quality sounded just fine. And you know what? That's good enough for me. Alright, so swiping up. Let me go into play with Asabi. I guess that's how you say his name. This is basically a robot that interacts with you. And of course, future games and apps, especially indie games, I hope, will take advantage of this. The camera and the light bar. And there he is. Now, isn't that cool? He actually goes around me, so the camera does know where my body is. And look, he's tracking me, which is so awesome. Now, if I do want to hit him, hold on. There you go. Eventually, he gets mad. Let me try to make him... There he goes. Now, he eventually attacks. Come on. Here he goes. Alright. Come here. Now, he gets sad, but when I look at the camera, he comes back. I'm guessing that's how it works. Let me just... Come on. Freeze me. There you go. Now, this is the one I like. I can shake it off. Isn't that awesome? I mean, this is fun. This is gimmicky. Who cares, right? But the Twitch integration alone is just really cool. And as you can see, my light bar shows up very well. So there you go. Nothing revolutionary. Although, maybe this is slightly revolutionary. I mean, it just all depends on how the video game developers take advantage of this hardware. I mean, between this and the Xbox One Connect, we're just surrounded by incredible technology, and I cannot wait to see how these video game developers and first parties, meaning Microsoft and Sony, take advantage of this hardware, because I just think it's the coolest thing. So pressing the PlayStation button does take me back to the PlayStation dynamic menu home screen, and I think that's it. Of course, this video went a little longer than I expected to, but as you can see, there's a lot to talk about. There is still more to talk about. So this is just the beginning. Expect future system updates, including media playback via streaming from your computer with MP3s or videos via DLNA, because apparently that's going to come in a future software update, because a lot of people have outspoken about that, been outspoken. I can't talk. Guys, I'm just going to go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, do you think the PlayStation Dynamic Menu is a huge step up from the PlayStation 3 Cross Media Bar? I certainly do. I am very interested in hearing your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my Xbox One unboxing. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll see you in my weekend vlog. Yeah. Peace. Alright, that's just unnecessary. Yeah, you. AppWin.com is a site where you can win prizes like iPods, iPads, gift cards, and more, simply by downloading and rating apps. Get started right away by using the link below.